Hey beauties, and welcome back to IAmBeautifulHustler TV. Today's tutorial, I'll be transforming the part down the middle crimps to a crimped ponytail with the two little bang pieces. So before we got into just styling, I did just go ahead and give her a little touch up on her wig installation, because we are restyling this wig about a week later after installing. So off camera, I did go ahead and do her a wig touch up. But now that I'm thinking about it, I should have recorded it, because that'll be something you guys want to see. But I would do another, I would do an actually recorded tutorial as far as touching up a wig that's still installed on someone's head. But as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, today's style we'll be doing a crimped ponytail with the two little bang pieces, like the two little straight strips in the front. And I got this hairstyle inspiration from a known stylist by the name of IAmJonathan on Instagram. He does this style a lot, especially in different colors, pinks, blues, greens, and so on. And I just wanted to give this style a try. Now the first thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and hot comb their hair out in the front, because you want it to still be kind of smooth and as neat as possible. And then I'm going to pull out the two sections where the little bang areas will fall, and just try to get those sections nice and symmetrical, as symmetrical as possible as you can get them. And once I get it where I want it to be and the size, I'm just going to go ahead and twist those two pieces together and secure them with the clip, because this will be the only hair that will be like left out, and everything else will be up in that ponytail. So now that you have that sectioned off, I'm just going to go ahead and begin to pull the hair up in a ponytail, and I will smooth it out using my comb. Just really trying to get the ponytail as neat as possible before actually combing it down, and using a little bit of that got to be sprayed to kind of like mold it. But I don't want it to be like super hard. I just wanted it to be like molded enough where the hair won't be frizzy in the front or move. And with doing this with the lace wig, it is a lot of work, especially if you are not wetting the wig completely. But what I learned from another YouTuber's channel as far as doing ponytails, they actually wet the wig up and then shape and mold it. So I would give that give that method a try later on in another ponytail video. But for today, I just did do the ponytail dry, and I'm just taking a big regular rubber band and just creating my ponytail, pulling all the hair out, pulling the hair tight. And I'm just going to go on with my comb and continue to smooth, and also use that got to be spray to just tack down any of those little pieces and flyaways that still may be lifting. And of course, we're not going to leave the rubber band showing like that. I will do the whole wraparound method as far as covering up that rubber band, and I will actually use two strips of hair to give it some height and everything like that, which you will see later on in this video as well. But also, you do want to go ahead and spray up the back so it is nice and neat, as well as in the front as well. And you may, if you are gluing the back of the wig, because you are pulling it tight, it may lift the back lace, but you can always just go back in and glue it back down. So if you do have that issue, which I do glue the back of her wigs down, because she actually has like very short hair, like haircut type of short hair, like shorter than an inch. So we can't braid her down, so I always have to glue the front and back of her wigs. But nevertheless, as I mentioned, I will be doing a wraparound part around the ponytail. And if you guys don't remember, this hair is from Hairsmarket. You will see the video with the crimps. If you have not seen it already, just check that video out. And this is that same hair, and I'm just doing like a restyle video. But as you can see, I'm doing the wraparound part, and I'm just combing and smoothing out the hair. using that Got To Be spray to continue to do my wraparound, so the ponytail does look way neater. And I'm just going to do this process twice. This is the first strip of hair that I grab, and I will go ahead and grab another strip of hair after this and redo that same process over again to give it more of a height. So now that that part is complete, I'm going to go ahead and begin to actually crimp out this ponytail. Now, if you wanted to leave the wild look like that, you could have and just probably added a little mousse to define the curls. But we are going to crimp the ponytail part. And as I mentioned, I did get this idea from IAmJonathan on Instagram. So I'm just going to go in with my bed head crimper and begin to crimp that ponytail, you know, piece by piece. And pretty much you will see like how it looks as I go along. It will start to like come into formation and everything like that. And right now I'm not using any spray at all to create these crimps. This is just with the hair just dry, you know, no type of spray or anything, and it still created like these beautiful crimps without having to use any spray. And I'm just spreading the crimps out a little bit. And I just pretty much did like one on the side, one on the center, and one on the other side. And I just repeated this until I got to the top of the ponytail. So now we are getting closer to the top. Well, pretty much we are at the top, and I'm going to go ahead and crimp in the rest of the hair. And you want to make sure you do comb that hair out. But for these top crimps, I am using some spray. You can kind of see the wave pattern in this hair once I combed it out with that spray on it. But of course, we want that curl to be more popping, more defined. So and plus the style that I'm doing, like you really want the crimps to really show. So make sure you do comb out the hair. And I did, like I said, add a little of that holding spray to the top crimps. And you can actually see the difference with the top ones look a little more harder and the bottom ones look a little softer. I could kind of see the difference. So yeah, but I'm just gonna go ahead and, like I said, crimp the side and then crimp the center and then crimp the other side, and I would spread out the crimps like how you see me doing after each crimp, and I would just pretty much, you know, get everything in shape where I want it to lay. So I'm just going to continue to crimp those other sides. So that everything, now that everything is all crimped up, I'm just spreading those crimps out just to make sure that it falls to my liking, and combing it upward to give it some type of height. I don't want it to be like flat. And now I'm just going to go ahead and unravel those two little twists. I'm not going to leave them curly. I'm actually going to flat iron them. And I do have my little thermal mitt, y'all, because sometimes this flat iron be getting hot all around, like the gripping part, and I don't be trying to burn my hands. So I did put on my little thermal mitt that usually comes with your wand curlers if you purchase them. But like I mentioned, I just went ahead and flat ironed those little 2 bang pieces. Added a little got to be spray just to you know, calm the hair down so it's not flying too crazy in that area. And then I'm just going to take a razor and just razor it down just a little bit so it's not super long. And I'm just going to go back in with that flat iron once again just to make sure it's symmetrical and everything like that. But this pretty much, you know, sums up the crimp ponytail look that I was going for. I hope you guys like this. It's something quick and simple, you know, something I never really did on my channel. So, you know, just trying new things out. But let me know what you guys think.